shifter's in neutral, it's in line with the end.
Yeah.
And then just twist
Take
the
one of those
right
boats in the
car.
future.
Yeah.
Other than that, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
There's this bakery in Toronto called Dessert Lady, and I absolutely love their strawberry shortcake cake. And I was thinking of getting it since I'm craving for some dessert. It's actually not too far from where I live. Let me actually see how long it's gonna take me to get there. If I were to walk, that would take me roughly an hour, but honestly, I'm not in the mood to walk today. I can also take a car, which will take me about 13 minutes, but I don't have one. I don't have a car. I can take public transit, subway, but today's the weekend and part of the subway is closed for construction, and I think replacement buses are running, but honestly, I just don't want to take a bus. But there's another alternative, which is kind of in between those two, which is just taking a bike. It will take me about 20 minutes to get there. And in this video, I actually wanted to take you on this journey with me. I just don't have a bike, but I was thinking of renting one using Toronto bike share system. I wanted to show you how that system works, what kind of bikes they have, and ultimately how much they cost. Let's do it. First, let's install Bike Share Toronto app. Let's open it up and take a look if there's any bikes available around us. And as you can see, there's quite a few. But I don't want just a regular bike. I want an e-bike. And if you're looking for an e-bike as well, just look for this small lightning icon beside each station. On this station, 20 of them are available. At this station, no e-bikes are available, but at this one, there's 2. So if you're looking for e-bikes, that's the way for you to find them. So let's head out to the nearest station and let's grab an e-bike. And I'm at the station right now. I think this e-bike looks really, really nice, and it almost looks brand new. I think it is brand new. Let me just double check the level of battery on this one before we go. Okay, it seems to be full. Now let's try to unlock it. So just need to click scan to unlock. Want another pay-as-you-go $1 unlock fee? Yes, please. And I just need to scan this QR code. Oh, it already scanned, and I think I can grab this bike now. Perfect. Now these bikes have a couple of features that you gotta know about. You have your rear brake, and then you have your front brake. You also have your bell, which works, perfect. And then you have your gears. Now, you have gear 1, gear 2, and gear 3. If you're just starting out and you're stationary, start in gear 1, and then if you want to go faster, go in gear 2 and 3. Your seat can be adjusted to however you see fit, and then you also have a basket in front of you where you can put maybe like a small backpack or a small bag so that you don't have to carry stuff in your hands. And I think with that sorted out, we can go and finally pick up that cake. If you want to bike with your buddies and get a little bit drunk, then you can join pedalpubtoronto.ca. Luckily, in Toronto, we do have a lot of bike lanes, which, makes navigating around the city on a bike pretty easy. But still, I would highly suggest you to look out for other bikes on the road, cars, people. There's a lot of moving objects out there. I'm not actually setting a good example here, but also try to wear your helmet. These e-bikes go up to speeds of almost 30 kilometers an hour, and so that's quite some speed. I think I just need to buy a helmet to ensure that, I'm as safe as possible. My wife and I have been using Bike Share Toronto for the past, I would say, 6 years. Sometimes we'll take a bike for a leisure ride, or
Sometimes we'll actually need to go somewhere, so it's a pretty convenient option. For as long as I remember, it was TD who was helping run bike share, but then it was Tangerine that took over in 2020. And in a couple of years, they actually did a lot of improvements. For example, right now we have access to over 300 e-bikes, which are absolutely amazing. And as a whole, the system now has over 9,000 bikes with over 700 stations. Less than 20 minutes, and I'm just approaching Dessert Lady. All right. I remember when they just started, there was no lunch menu, but now there is. So come over here on a patio and have some lunch. Hi there, can I just get a small strawberry shortcake? Perfect. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Thank you, bye, bye. You too. Cake acquired. Now I'm gonna be the happiest person on the planet. And I think I can just use this basket to put the cake over here. Let's see if it's gonna fit. Please fit. Like this. These things are so tight. Okay, that's it. Cargo secured. Cake is on its way home. And I just wanted to do a huge shout out to Mandy, the store manager of Dessert Lady, for allowing me to film there and also for upkeeping such an amazing store and making such great cakes. One other feature I forgot to tell you about these bikes is that they have LED lights at the front and at the back. I'm not sure if you can actually see them, but they start to light up as soon as you start pedaling. And that's a cool feature, you know, allows for drivers and bikers to see you on the road a little bit more clearly. And I'm not sure why I'm just going in circles. My head is a little bit spinning now. And as I had previously mentioned, if you want to get one of these bikes, now you need to pay an undocking fee of $1. But there's also a minor difference in how much an e-bike costs versus how much a regular bike costs. If you want to get an e-bike, it costs 20 cents a minute. And if you want to get a classic bike, you pay just 12 cents a minute. Now, you might also ask, Andreas, what is the difference between a classic bike and an e-bike? Classic bikes are just not power assisted in any way. And the only way for me to explain it to you is only when you actually try it yourself. But when you are on an e-bike, it's as if though somebody is pushing you from the back. And on classic bikes, you become sweaty much, much faster. And now that I'm back at the station, I just need to dock. Most importantly, I can't forget my cake. All right. That's it. And since I docked my bike, my trip is officially complete. I will be billed directly through the app via whatever payment method is associated with my account. Let's see what's inside. I think the cake did not survive. I was gonna write a subscribe. Well, actually, see, subscribe is right there. So if you still want to subscribe, you can. But this never happened before, and honestly, it's still edible. I'm gonna eat it all today. Well, no, I'm gonna eat a half today, and then I'm going to eat the other half later. My, I think, takeaway from this is transport by bike of a delicate cake is not the best option. And if you are going to some sort of an event, don't take a bike and then transport a cake that way. Maybe take a car. But in my case, presentation doesn't really matter. So I would say that it's okay. It's still edible. And now let's talk about how much this bike cost me to go all the way to Dessert Lady and back. All in all, I paid $9.04 for that trip. And was it worth it? 100%. It took me 20 minutes to get to Dessert Lady and 20 minutes to get back home versus 50 minutes of walking just one way. And next time, if you want to grab one of those bikes, highly suggest you to grab an e-bike if it's available. Especially when you're going uphill, e-bikes keep pushing you forward and you arrive to your destination just feeling less sweaty. And now I'm going to go enjoy my deformed cake. I feel like I need to apologize in front of Dessert Lady for what I did to their cake, but at least it's just going to be me who's going to enjoy it and not some sort of a birthday party. But with that being said, have a great day and I'll see you next time.